And I am back. This is like what, the 7th video in 24 hours? Man, I told y'all I was back regularly. And it's not even that I'm not going to be overwhelmed. It's just going to be because this is so much important to me as well. So I want to continue reiterating to you guys that I'm back. I'll never go more than 2 days without posting a video, no matter what I have going on. That's my personal commitment. I am currently in school. I'm about to finish up one course this week, and then I'm going to jump into another class in 3 weeks. And I'm taking a little bit more easy while I am in school because these courses are really important to my real estate license. And I have some other projects going on that kind of just fell in my lap over the weekend, but everything worked out to where God kind of reshifted everything for me so that I could devote more time to my life's purpose instead of just getting wrapped up in mundane stuff. And I just want to give a public shout out because I like to do public displays of appreciation, not while I'm just shouting out you guys for being my amazing subscribers, and some of you guys who aren't even subscribed to me and you're just viewing me, just lurking in the shadows. I see you seeing me. I'm watching you watch me all the time. I am never aware 100% or never unaware 100% of what's going on around me. And so I see you seeing me. And for those of you who are seeing me see you in love, I love you back. And if you're seeing me see you in malice, I just want to say also, while I'm giving my Grammy shout out to God and my ancestors and all of my spiritual courts in the heavens and the earth and the under earth that conspires to support me. When there are those conspiring against me, there are always greater beings conspiring to support me. And the way supernatural support just fell into my lap today, like I've been on the phone with attorneys all day having very productive and inspiring conversations and putting together amazing action plans for my life moving forward. And it's almost just like if God didn't force me to slow down without my consent, then I would have missed out on true justice and true, God really showing up and showing out for me. Because I see how God shows up and shows out for you guys every time I do a reading for you or do some juju for you. And then I see the amazing results. But believe it or not, it's not easy for me to do those same things for myself because I have so much self-doubt. It's something I struggle with, and people on the outside looking in don't realize I do, but I do. But God has been really showing me why my self-doubt doesn't serve me anymore. And so with that being said, self-doubt is gone. I am grateful. I sit here before you guys in a spirit of gratitude. And so I wanted to take time to say some of the things that I'm grateful for. And you guys are one of them. And some of the blessings I received this weekend. I'm grateful. I'm just one grateful human being. And that's all. That's it. One of my subscribers wanted me to do a reading on Chloe. They said that she has a second album coming up. Hallie could be on it. Hallie could have a project coming up, but they say that the label is keeping them for releasing projects. I'm sorry, you guys. I am always so shocked when I get requests to do Chloe or one of those Bailey girls because I'm usually Sometimes I'm shocked at the requests I get because I forget that I am approaching auntie era. And the things that the stuff, the people that sometimes I be like, well, why y'all want to know about them? And then I have to remember, well, I'm approaching auntie era, so I wouldn't get it. But this is what the people want. And I actually get requests to read Chloe all the time, just like I get requests to read Normani. These are two of the most silent girls in the industry. Why do you guys care? And as much as I get requests to read Normani, it shows me what a disservice she does, because I've never seen anybody have more untapped support in the industry. There are people who would die to have Normani's support, people who will support her and beg for her, even when almost, what is it, a decade has gone by and she ain't gave y'all nothing worthwhile. I'm amazed at the voodoo she do. But anyways, this is for Chloe. This was a request. I wanted to turn it down because I'm so disinterested, but I'm doing it because I appreciate you guys. And this is Busted Baby Appreciation Week, where I'm giving you the readings and I'm taking requests. So send them to me, because some of them are really good. Some of them, no offense to you, I'm just not going to read them. I'm probably not going to read the Sade Robinson, just because her killer has been apprehended. Sonia Massey, I'm not going to touch on that. For one, we know what happened to her, so it does me no reason to pull her up out of her, state that she just entered from a traumatic experience. The whole world is talking about her. All the readers are tapping into her energy. I won't be one of them because we already know what happened to her. So if you guys want me to do requests like that requires a person that has passed on, please, please, please make it be some kind of mystery surrounding their circumstance, so there's a reason for me pulling them up. Because I'm talking to the dead, okay? And please don't ask me to do that without taking into consideration what I'm doing. Can you go to someone's graveyard, dig them up, pull them out of the grave without getting any dirt on you? So please don't send me on an expedition in the graveyard unless it's worth the process and ritual I have to do to keep myself pure. Now, if I just decide to do something, that's on me. But I don't want to read anybody who we already know what happened to them. Especially, you guys, especially if they just recently passed away. I don't like to read people when they're too freshly transitioned, because I want to give them time to settle into whatever process they're about to have to go through. Not saying I can't. I'm saying I have etiquette too. I respect the dead. That's why they work with me. But I will take requests. I was just giving that disclaimer about any true crime requests that you asked me to do. If you don't see me do them, that one of those reasons is probably why. All right, Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to see into the soul and spirit of Chloe Bailey. Her fans are always here on my channel. I thought I had a lot of barbs, but the barbs seem to be busy. It is the what y'all what she called y'all? The Clover kisses. What is the candy clovers? My cat. Wait, let me get my lollipop. Y'all better be glad I ain't got props like I want to have props so I can really act things out. My candy clover kisses. Whatever the fuck Chloe Bailey's fans are, y'all come on in. Come on, candy clover kisses, whatever the fuck. I'ma just call y'all. I'm gonna call y'all the Bailey Pops. Boom. Bailey pop, baby pop, oh Bailey, Bailey pop, Bailey pop, Bailey pops, oh Bailey, Bailey pops. All right, Spirit. The Bailey pops would like to know, is Chloe Bailey getting ready to release a second project? Most High Mother and Father God, please, please, please compel your daughter Chloe Bailey to come in here and speak with me. Her Bailey Pops would like to know about her second album. Compel her to speak her truth, her soul's truth, and nothing but the truth about her situation with her second album, whether her sister Hallie is going to be on it, and what her situation or this second album release will look like for her at her label. Chloe Bailey, mother of the Bailey Pops, are you getting ready to release a second album? Spirit, is Chloe Bailey getting ready to release a second album? Decisions. This makes me think that either there is some conflict between deciding parties, or it's been decided for her. But there is some conflict, maybe in direction, from two opposing parties. That is the holdup for this release, or this has been the state of her career. Now, let me give y'all some tea. If I've never told y'all this before, and I think I did when I did that little reading I did where I kind of just read through a bunch of different topics in one sitting, and I touched on them really quick. Somebody asked me something about Chloe, and I said it's because she was hard-headed and fast and flip. Now, whether you guys want to see it as that or not, that's what it is when you have somebody that you have to answer to, and you don't have no choice but to have to answer to that person because they afforded you your current circumstances. It is being fast and flip when you decide to go rogue and do what you want to do rather than doing what they advise you to do. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just... So she went rogue. And that is the problem, because when Beyonce signed her and Hallie, for one, I don't think that Parkwood agreed with them going solo so soon. I think that Beyonce wanted to carefully and meticulously, like a true Virgo would, craft and curate their sound and their image before they presented anything else to the general public. They needed to be solid. And Beyonce and her team had an idea for how that was going to be. They wanted her to be seen as wholesome first and being taken seriously for their artistic ability before they introduced any other dynamic to their brand. It wasn't purely jealousy. For one, Beyonce is protecting her. There is nothing that Chloe could do that could outshine Beyonce. So we can put the jealous rumors behind her, because that's not it. Beyonce didn't want to sign and support anybody that she was jealous of, and she did support it. Her own mama was in Chloe's video. That is the best thing, next best thing to having Beyonce in your video. The problem was that I think that it was Chloe who wanted to go out and do things her own way. I think that she started listening to the people, and Beyonce was just telling her, look, as a new artist who is also signed to me, you don't want to do the Beyonce. That's not the lane that you want to choose now. It's great if you want to cosplay me later after you're solidified, fine. But don't set yourself up so early in your game for Beyonce comparisons. And if you don't listen to me and take my advice, then I'm going to just let you deal with whatever the outcome is. That's what happened between them, because Chloe wanted to do her own thing. She thought what Beyonce wanted to do was boring. And I also think that Chloe thought that what Beyonce wanted her to do, how she wanted her to present herself, was old and outdated. And Chloe had a lot of people in her mind, social media, all the young kids, they you know, it's almost just like she's old. She's just jealous. She doesn't want me to outshine her. Beyonce, you could never catch up to that kind of head start. You can always be seen as the next Beyonce or somebody inspired by Beyonce, but Beyonce will always be Beyonce, so she has no reason to be jealous. And the fact that you probably allowed that to get in between your career, she like, fuck it, roll with the narratives that you wanted to believe. And so that's why we saw Halle have such a more wholesome and more solid foundation to her career, because that is what Beyonce wanted for the both of them. Halle knew to listen. And if she didn't know to listen, her big sister was a great example for her to see what to do. Because Chloe said, no, I'm a get information. I mean, Halle said, I'm gonna get information. Y'all want wholesome? Bet. I'll do Disney. I bet you Chloe wish she could circle back, but I don't know if she's gonna get that opportunity again. And it's because of differences in the teams. Challenging Chloe. Now, this is challenging her. There could be some sabotage. There could be some intentional sabotage going on, challenging Chloe in this release. Coming from up above with Mama B. So just seeing off of that card, there is some blockage going on from Beyonce to Chloe. Recent past, I'm telling you, it's because Chloe thought she knew best for herself. And Beyonce wanted to restrain her. She wanted her to be seen as wholesome. This is the beast. Raw, raunchy, nasty. That's what Chloe... You see the tongue sticking out? And she used to always have her tongue out or something. And Beyonce was like, no, girl, no. Put your tongue back in your mouth. Put your clothes back on. You need to be seen as innocent and wholesome as possible for now. Hi, Erica Marie 2232. You just commented while I'm doing this video, and so you're getting shot out on the spot. I love you. But yes, B was trying to protect her in the past and tell her that that raunchy stuff that you want to do too soon isn't going to benefit you. That's why Beyonce's blocking her. Because to be honest, and I'm a businesswoman first, and so I typically am seen unfavorable in people's emotions when it comes to business, because I am very, very, very much business savvy, and I can be very strict. I'm not strict, but very assertive when it comes to business. So my thing is, if you don't want to listen to me and you are my investment, that means until I receive everything that I was promised from making my initial investment into you, then you own me. I mean, I own you. That's what it is. And why would I, if I am the type of woman that I am, not punish you by blocking opportunities for you because you didn't want to listen? Not saying it's right. I'm just saying, if Beyonce goes out and buys a Stanley steamer and the Stanley steamer doesn't work, can we be mad if she gets rid of it because it didn't work? I'm sorry to liken a human being to a Stanley steamer, but that's what it is when you go and become somebody's employee, or you allow someone to make a significant investment into you that they're expecting to recoup. Justice. Chloe, you have some legal something coming up. I don't know if this is a contract issue. I don't know if you are going to try to get out of your contract. I don't know what this is in the near future, but it's got something to do with the law. Chloe is very unhappy in her contract. Very, very, very unhappy. I would like to say that this is an attorney, or I would like to say that she signed it and it's legally binding. So whatever she signed, she was aware of it when she got into it. It's just that because it's not going the way she wants to anymore, she wants out. The problem is, though, is that I don't see cards of jealousy here. I do see card of blockage, but not jealousy. The recent past was guidance and protection. So I think that the reason why Beyonce is blocking her is because Chloe chose a different route than what Beyonce thought was best for her. And now you're not going to take my resources and then go and do what you want with them. No, that's not the way this works. You get my resources, you also have to abide by my blueprint until you fulfill your obligations to me, and then you go do what you want to do. Two of Cups, Chloe and Halle making songs together. I've told y'all this before in another reading. They're going to make another project together. I don't know if it'll be a full album. And you don't really need a psychic to tell you that because they're sisters who sing. So obviously they're going to make projects together. But to the subscriber who asked, they are recording music together right now. The plan is for something to be released. It could be between the two girls. Before we see a solo project, maybe. The next thing we see from the Bailey girls could be a group project, maybe. Hopes and fears. Here it is, you guys. The initial investment and it not being recouped. There will be a project coming out by Chloe Bailey. If they say she has an album coming out, she has something coming out. That's the outcome. She has something coming out. Maybe her and Halle. I don't know why I feel like the baby is involved in that somehow. Maybe the baby will be in the video. Maybe they'll talk about, I don't know. They might have a little cameo from the baby in their video. But the problem is that Chloe is pissed off because it's not what she really wants to release. It's not what she really wants to do. But she's stuck. What is the Sun as the outcome for Chloe? I see that she's had limited success since her and her sister broke up as a group, and so that's why the label won't let her have too much creative control anymore. It's all about business. Maybe, just maybe, if she had have made them the amount of money that they projected to make by her going off, they would have listened to her and said, okay, your way works. Let's see what you can do next. But no, they didn't recoup. So now she doesn't have any more creative control. They let her do her thing then because she begged and screamed for it, and she was so sure. Now it seems like they don't let her have any creative control, and now she will do whatever they tell her to do moving forward, whatever her contract dictates. I do not see her and Beyonce having a very close relationship. I see them having a very good working relationship. And that's because Chloe has been disciplined and humbled. But it's been significantly changed. Because Beyonce saw that Chloe will ignore constructive criticism and advice if she doesn't like what's being told to her and based on what other people tell her. Beyonce did not want her to release that album that she did. She didn't think that her image was ready yet. Y'all can't be mad at Beyonce because it's her money and her brand that she was lending over to those girls. Her only thing was, let me craft your image so I can get y'all set up right. I'm telling y'all, Chloe didn't want to listen. And now she has to just move on and do what she can because her budget has been dramatically decreased. Tower moment. Seems like the label is upset with her because they didn't think that she was ready to put out that album and not the type of work that she did. At least Parkwood. Let me look into the blockage. The High Priestess challenging her. Yeah. She can't work like she wants to. She is absolutely trying to endure, do what she can despite the blocks, the judgment that has been made against her. Her only problem is, the only way out is to leave. And Chloe, after you tried Beyonce the way it seems like you did, your best bet is to just enjoy whatever fame she gives you. And you will. You will. You've been humbled. King of Swords. You signed it with your whole family there. You signed that contract. It seems like your whole family was there, or at least they were all in agreement. So you're unhappy now, but when you signed it, everybody was in agreement. You're only happy now. I mean, you're only unhappy with this 10 of Cups in reverse crowning you because Big B. You must have thought she pumped the brakes on you because you made a foolish mistake by jumping out there too soon before you was ready, wanting to go and do things yourself. The bet, you would be lucky. Child. Y'all, I didn't know if I didn't want to do this reading. I didn't know it was gonna be like this. God dang, Chloe. Now I've always known what the issue was with Beyonce and Chloe, but this reading here just solidifies her predicament. Y'all, listen. Whenever y'all see Chloe, be glad that y'all see Chloe, because, baby. What is the Sun as the outcome? This feels like it has something to do with the family, being an aunt, maybe her sister being a mom. I don't know. This feels very wholesome. This feels very wholesome. Chloe has something wholesome coming out. That's all I'll say, is that it's wholesome. And whatever it is, Chloe will have to be happy with it. This is a card of never reaching full potential. It's like being... Chloe will go the way of so much... I won't say that because she has the Sun here. So I will say that she's going to put out another project. It feels very wholesome. I don't know if it'll have her... It might have her sister in it and the baby. And Chloe will have to make the best shining in whatever new wholesome light they give her. I don't know if we'll ever see her go back to tongue wagging and stuff like that. But it feels wholesome, whatever she has going on. I'll just say that. That's Chloe. Love you guys. Bye.